Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Do as I always do, get to the 15-minute mark, give people time, tap in. It's Friday Live, let's get it. And give people some time to tap in and check in. Friday Night Live, let's go. Again, thanks for everybody for the 1K subs, I appreciate it. Hope everybody blessed on this Friday night, evening, morning, whatever part of the world you're tapping in, checking in from. Give it to 15 minutes and I'm going to do what I do. Again, I hope everybody good on this Friday night, evening, morning, wherever you at on the globe. Know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna do some things tonight. You know what I'm saying? Whether people tap in or not, we still gonna get it in. Just gonna wait till the 15-minute mark. Get some people some time to check in and tap in. And again, thanks to everybody for the 1K subs. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. People subscribing, people appreciating what I do, people showing me love on my platform. I'm thankful for it. Also, everybody that has been subscribing to my music channel always leave a link in the chat about that. So anybody want to go check that out, I'm thankful for that. Also, you got an opportunity to go back and view some of my older videos. It could be very helpful on an education, inspirational, motivational. You go back, look at some of my older content. I truly believe you can get some education or some motivation out of it or some inspiration from it. Just go back on it. But like I said, I'm going to give it to the 15-minute mark. Then I'm going to do what I do. So give everybody some time, tap in and check in. And, I'm going to get to it. Just give some people some time, though. I don't know what happened. Told me the stream was acting up, so I had to restart it. I'm gonna also say this. I don't want anyone out there to be worried or intimidated. Man, you out there, say something. You wanna ask a question, speak up, speak your mind. You can ask questions. You know what I mean? You know, sharing is caring. So if you out there, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta just be out there. Tap in, check in, find out, what my platform is about. If you new or if you're just curious, like, you scrolling past, like, ask a question, tap in, ask what my platform is about, or see what I'm about. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta just be in the background or in the bushes. You know what I mean? Like, ask some questions, find out what's going on. You know what I mean? And if you are new here, you know what I mean, and you do like what I'm talking about, or you do believe I got some interesting motivation or inspiration or education, definitely sub and share it out. Sharing is caring. Show me you care and share. And another thing too, even if you believe or see it as if you don't want to share, like, you know what I'm saying? Find out what my platform is about. You know what I mean? Don't just be in the background and be like, oh, I'm just gonna be right here. I'm gonna see, what are you gonna say or what are you gonna do? It's like, nah, find out what's going on. Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest about whatever it is. But just to sit in the background and like speculate or assume or guess, like, I just want to see. Like, my platform ain't your average platform where if you tapping in thinking you're gonna get some tea or I'm gonna be going in on other people. Now I speak about me and I speak about life. And if my pain and my prosperity and my life ain't intriguing enough, then maybe my platform ain't for you. And maybe you don't want to be motivated, or maybe you don't want to be educated, or maybe you don't want to be inspired. My platform ain't for you. I ain't mad at that. But to believe I'm gonna do like trending topics, or I'm gonna do gossip, or I'm gonna go in on other content create, I ain't gonna never do that. Never, because I'm here to build. I'm here to help heal. You know what I'm saying? But for me to attack people or talk about people, I'm gonna talk about me, my pain. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about what I've been through. But like I said, if that's not entertaining, or that's not intriguing, or that's not what whoever may be looking for, I'm not mad at that. I have a saying on my pre-recorded videos: if my platform ain't for you, don't recommend, unsubscribe, and don't recommend. Why that's important for me is because I don't want someone tapping in just to tap in. Like, I don't want nobody feeling like they got to be obligated to be in tune with my platform, and they don't want to do that. I don't know nobody. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? If you in tune, thank you. But if you're not, you ain't got to be. That's why I tell people what I tell them. Don't recommend, not interested, unsubscribe, because I don't want nobody sticking around and feel like, I don't want to really pay attention. I'm just doing it because he do it to me. He do it back to me. Like, he come to my lives, or he say something under my videos. Don't do it based off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something I'm saying intrigues you, or motivates you, or it encourages you, or I'm educating you, fine. But if you're here strictly for entertainment, I don't think my platform for you. Yeah, I'm going to entertain, but that ain't surely what this is based off. And I'm not going to talk about other people. Like, I'm not going to talk about celebrities, or I'm not going to talk about gossip or trending topics or chase algorithms. Like, nah, I'm my own man, and I lead by example. So I'm not going to be on here for that. Like, I don't care what rappers do, or R&B singers do, or people who make movies. I don't care about what they into. Like, that's their life. I'm living mine. You know what I'm saying? I make music, but I'm not going to talk about other artists I done rub shoulders with, or people that's in the hip hop industry, because I make music. So I'm not into that. I'm living my life. And another thing about that that's relevant to me, this is what I see, is that people do deserve privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm on YouTube. My platform start to blow up. I ain't want anybody to report everything I do. And that's another thing that's like confusing to me. People say, people mind their business. People don't like people snitching. I truly believe whether you have all the information or some of the information, people putting out what people do, from my perspective, that's snitching. So it's like, if you find out something about a basketball player, you run and tell everybody what that person doing. From my perspective, that's like telling. You know what I'm saying? Like, people deserve privacy, man. And despite it may get you clicks or likes or attention, people do deserve privacy, though. Like, think about that. If it's your life, would you want somebody going back saying something? Like, everything you do, every little move you make, you want somebody reporting on that? Everything you do? Like, so for me, I ain't on that. Like, I don't want nobody reporting on everything I do, everything I say. Like I said, I truly believe some people deserve privacy. No, let me take that back. I truly believe everybody deserves privacy, not some people, everybody. And I also see it as people that, like, public figures, that allegedly public figures, or people that got named, they deserve more privacy, because they got to interact and be in the public eye more than people that's not. People that just living their life every day, they ain't got to be in the public eye. So for the people that got to interact, and they got X amount of money and all that, they need privacy. You know what I'm saying? But people that ain't really got no name and ain't really out there, nothing like that, I'm not saying they don't need privacy. Yes, they do too, but it ain't on the level of the people that's out there every day. You know what I'm saying? And whatever they do, they could be a newscaster, they could be a politician, they could be into movies, they could be into music, they could be into fashion. But how they didn't earn the right to privacy? How they didn't earn that? Oh, because they got money, or because they on TV, or because they make music, or because they in movies. Like, okay, because it's such and such actor, like they have the right for people to just tell a business. Like we like that. That's what I mean by people just latch on to things. Like, where did that come from? Like, where did that come from? From somebody to say, all right, you know what? This person is a star basketball player, so now they just lost privacy. This person is a star actor. They just lost privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like they, this person is a star musician. They lost privacy. This person is a huge component in the fashion industry. They just lost privacy. Like, anything they do can be talked about and reported, or said to other people. Like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to know. I would love for people to let me know, like, why is that relevant? You know what I mean? Like, considering your life, what you doing. Like, if you went to your job every day, for example, whatever you do for a living, it don't matter what you do, but you go to work every day. Would you want somebody that's at your job telling everything you did every day? They punched in at 9 o'clock. They went to lunch at 11:15. They had a latte. They had a donut. You know what I'm saying? They went to Mickey D. Like, after a while, it's going to get on your nerve. It's going, like, damn, like that. By everything I'm doing, they criticizing everything I do. What's good, bro? What's going on? What's going on, bro? How you? You good? Hope everything all right, man. God bless you and your family. Hope everything good with you, bro. Yeah, so like I was saying before, my bro Willis tapped in. It's like, you go to work every day, or however you get your money, however you live in your life, but you want somebody to say everything you're doing. Yo, they punched in at 9 o'clock. Yeah, at 9:30, they got on the phone. They call their girl, they call their mom, or they was calling their kids, or you know what I'm saying? When they went to lunch, they had a latte, they had Mickey D's, or they had a pack of cookies. Like, when they be at their cubicle, they sit in their chair for an hour. Then after that, they get on a printer. Then, after that, after they go to the printer, they get on a computer. After they get on a computer, they go to the fax machine. After they get on the fax machine, they go to the back room. They add more papers. Like, after a while, I don't care who you are. People front a lot, but I don't care who you are. They're gonna be like, yo, I'm saying, damn, everything I do, they said something. So what I'm saying is that, do people have the right to privacy? I see it as, when you do have some sort of name or money or popularity, to me, you earn it a little bit more than regular civilians that fit under the radar, because at least they can just go where they live at, and ain't nobody really going to be knowing their business like that. And ain't nobody got them under the microscope, because they do got to protect their family. They do got to protect their money. They do got to protect their home. Everybody got to do it. But when you know, like, if you were a major basketball player, or a major actor, or a major person in fashion, or you're a CEO of a company, like, you don't deserve that, or you got to earn that. Like, I'm a little bit confused, because that seemed to be the thing now. Like, hot topics. You know what I'm saying? Trending topics. Like, okay, this going on, so I'm gonna go in on this. And it's like, no, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I want to know, though, do people deserve the right to privacy, or they have to earn it? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care that for those who's on it like that. No. I'm not challenging them or that. What I'm challenging is, do people have to earn the right for that, or it doesn't matter now because they're in the public eye, they on TV, or they got a huge platform, or they got money. Like, it don't matter no more. Like I said, I truly believe it matters more for them, because they're already under the public eye already. So it's like, damn, I mean, they should have some sort of privacy, because if everybody do that, it don't matter now if you got money, or if you a huge success, or if you're on TV and it's done. People can front all they want. They're gonna get frustrated with that, because, like I said, okay, I'm gonna just use the average person at doing the average things every day. If they go to work, and as soon as they punch in, somebody like, they punched in. Okay, after they punch in, they went to their cubicle. They was there before they turned on their computer or before whatever you do. Like if you could just be working at Mickey D's, okay, they punched in at this time. Okay, they went by the grill. They flipped burgers for the first 30 minutes. Then they went to fries. Then they went to the ice cream machine. Then they went to the soda machine. It's like that person that's doing that, they're gonna be like, yo, why you everything I do? Why you saying something? So I'm looking at that from a basketball player perspective, or actor perspective, or fashion designer perspective. Like they supposed to always be immune and prone to people saying what they do or how they live in their life. They not the type to be like, yo, I'm saying I don't want people in my business, or people could be in their business because they making money or they purchase something. If they make music, an album, if they make clothes, a sweater, a shirt, some jeans, a skirt, perfume, whatever. So it's like, okay, fine. Since I spend my money with that person, they don't get privacy. Or since I invested my money into this company, they don't get privacy. So it's like if a person make cars and now their car turned out to be a huge success, they don't have the right to be private. Like people could report on if they got 100 baby mothers, people could talk about that. Or if it's a woman, she got 100 baby dads, people could just talk about it and give up or expose pictures of her baby father or his baby moms. If he got it private, it's like somebody can get access to it now. And they could put it, because we living in the age of the internet, they could put it on the internet and it ain't a problem. It's like, do people deserve privacy? And if the answer is yes, what is the limitation on that? Like, okay, because this person has popularity and or money, they don't. And if it's an average person, they do. I would say the average person already has it because they're an average person. But when a person has some sort of name or money or status quo, it should be more respectable that they get that privacy, because now they're subject to being hurt or being followed or being robbed or becoming unalive because of said status quo. But the average person is not subject to that. They could just go home. You know what I mean? Like they could just go back around their family or around their kids or around their wife or around their husband, and they ain't nothing because they're an average person. But this person now that have this name or this stature or this popularity is not the same because they doing what they do. So they already being seen by a lot of people. So now for somebody to be like, all right, yo, this fashion designer right here, yo, okay, they was in France for 2 days. They was in Brazil for 3 days. They was in Australia for 2 days. It's like, when do they get the opportunity to live their life, even though like they got money or they got popularity? So my platform blow up. I'm not entitled to get no privacy. I'm not entitled to be like, yo, I'm good. I don't want nobody in my business. What, that make me a bad person? That make me a hater because I want privacy? Because I don't want somebody looking to report or looking to say something about everything that I'm into, everything that I do. Good, bad, stupid, smart. That's not the point. That's not the point. It's not about if I do something good or bad or negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people that make donate to charity, they may not want people to know they gave somebody, for example, 100 grand to charity. They may just be like, yo, don't even make it hot. I'm gonna give $100,000 to this, or I'm gonna donate clothes to this, or I'm gonna donate food to that. You know what I'm saying? They may not want the world to know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. It's like, do people deserve that? That's relevant to me because I'm understanding that it's like the gloves is off. It don't matter. Once you become somebody, it's like the glove is off, right? We could just talk about it. It don't matter. And I'm curious to figure out, okay, if that's true, then what is the limit on it? Okay, I'm not going to debate with nobody. They say, yeah, no, you can just talk about that person because they got money. Okay, no problem. So what would be the limit? Like if it was you, if you had, for example, $5 million and everybody knew how you made your money. If you was a hockey player and that's how you made your money, what would be the limitation on people saying, yo, he got 5 kids. He got an ex-wife. Now he got a new woman in his life. They got 2 kids. Possibly they stay here, and this is how many cars he got. This is allegedly what could be in his bank account. Okay, he just got a new deal with Pepsi Cola, hypothetically speaking, and that deal is worth $2.5 million. Like, what would be the limitation? Because we know the team you play for, we know already your former wife, you know what I'm saying, or your ex-wife or your ex-husband, and now we know how many kids you got with that person. Now you moved on, you're in another situation. Damn, we know that too. And not everybody, but majority of people ain't just putting that out there like that. They ain't just putting it out there. Some people actually doing the homework and researching, like, okay, I want to find out. And there's nothing wrong with that. But how can you can't put that energy into your own life and bettering your own situation and doing some productive homework and research for you to get more money, or for you to get a bigger house, or for you to get more cars, or for you to be a better man or a better woman, or a better provider for yourself and your family. I mean, that's just my perspective and my mentality on it. That's how I see things. It's like if I could dig into a fashion designer and say, okay, well, this is how much money they got. Well, I can't do some digging for me to get some more information so I can learn how to get my money up, so I can learn how to get my weight up, so I can learn how to get my education up to be in a better situation. So I ain't even got the time and the psychological approach to worry about what somebody else got or what somebody else doing. And I may like music they make, or I may like the way they play a sport, or I may like the way they design clothes, or I may like a cologne or perfume. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that I gotta like that so much that I'm worrying about their every move, or when they do something bad, or they do something that society may deem wrong. Or like I said, if they do something right, where they donate money to, or where they go out to eat, like are they entitled to any sort of privacy? That's what's relevant to me. That's what I've been brainstorming about over the last, I'm gonna say 90 days. Like I brainstorm about things every day. This is just something I'm bringing to my platform today. But I've been brainstorming about this for the longest, because prior to the internet, like if you really wanted to know something, and that's another thing that's missing. If you really wanted to know something about somebody, you had to read up on it. They put it in magazines. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to know about a rapper or hip hop artist, you had to read about it. They had Word Up. They had Double XL. They had Right On. It was magazines. You like, all right, let me, you know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people didn't want to put that effort and energy in to read up on back then, Mike Tyson, for example, when he was on top of the boxing game. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want to do that. Like, man, I don't want to read up on that. But with the internet, the information and the access is so easy. So it's like, all right, okay, this person said this, and this. Damn, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? And it's not wrong with that. Again, no. People gonna do what they gotta do to get their money. I'm all for that. I'm just saying, isn't a limit on what privacy is nowadays. That's what this really about. Is a limit. It's not about who's reporting what. If it's true, false, negative, positive, I don't care about that aspect of it. It don't have to be true, false, negative, but that's nothing. But is it a limitation on it? Like, what does it take for someone to get privacy? Like, the more popular or the more money you have, what is it? Less privacy? That's what I'm asking. That's what I want to know. I'm intrigued to know that, because it appears to be to me, once you got a name or some sort of status quo, like you to the world or to society, you deem somebody because maybe they see you on TV a lot, or you do something that somebody else think highly of. Now you don't deserve privacy, or you don't deserve the right for people to give you privacy. Like, do you have to earn that? What, you got to pay for it? Like, what is it? And there's some people that do have status quo. They'll pay Google now. They say, yo, keep my net worth private, or keep certain photos off the internet, or keep my wife name private, or keep my husband name private, or, don't leak photos of my kids, or whatever, like that. Like, some people, just because they got money or they got status, they don't want their family known. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, nah, I got money, I got this, but I don't want nobody knowing my moms. I don't want nobody knowing my pops. Or I don't want nobody knowing my kids. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why they put their kids, for example, in like private schools, because they don't want their kids just intermingling with other people's children, because they don't want the questions all the time. You know what I mean? And so to me, what I'm asking is, what is the limitation? Or is it a limitation? Excuse me, or it just don't matter. Because since they got money, like I said, or they got status, like, we could just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that fashion designer got money. we could just ask, or we could just put information out there. We could say what we want. They didn't earn privacy, or they can't get privacy. Because like I said, if it was me, I would want privacy. Yes, I would appreciate the love. I would appreciate the money. I would appreciate the status quo. But I'm saying I also would appreciate privacy. And I believe that that's priceless. I don't believe you could put a price on privacy. Because if that's the case, then if it's like, it don't matter with dumb people, it shouldn't matter with average people. That nobody should be able to get, be able to get privacy or have privacy there. That's like wherever you live at, you're an average person. You got your window open. Would you want somebody to come looking at your window every day? You know what I'm saying? Like looking at you in where you stay at? Because that's how some of those people see it. You know what I'm saying? Like some people see it like that. Like people always in my business. And they're not entitled to see it that way either. They wrong for saying it like that. Like people always in my business. And it's like, don't matter. You got money. We could be in your business. So it don't matter. Like you a superstar basketball player. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a superstar fashion designer. It don't matter. You're a superstar producer. It don't matter. You're a mega Hollywood movie star. It don't matter. Like, and to me, it should matter. It should, because everybody should be able to get and or have privacy. It don't matter. Like I said, if you're just the average human being that just work a regular 9-to-5 job, you go to your regular 9-to-5 job, would you want somebody said everything you do, or if you did something that they did wrong or they don't like, now they want to go say something like, yo, you know what? Yo, Jane Doe at my job, you know what she be doing? She be punching in at like 9 o'clock, and then she don't start working until like 10:15. And it's like, whoa. Like if that's what that person doing, you let management or the people that's running that, you let them worry about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like people are too comfortable with worrying about what somebody else is doing that they believe that has popularity or that have money or status quo. Like it's nothing. If, like I said, if you like a boxer, it's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with liking that boxer, but now to be like, yo, he got 4 baby mamas. He got 10 kids. I heard he don't take kids. I heard he be beating up his wife. It's like, that's that man personal situation. Or that's that woman personal situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that they should be given a pass for bad behavior. No, it's not about that either. It's just about privacy. That's what it's really about. It's about that. Now, if they allow people and they putting it out there, that's different. That's different. But if they, for example, if they got a beautician, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's a woman, she got a beautician that do her hair. She like, oh no, I do such and such here. Nah, they got 5 kids. Now that's on that beautician for putting that out there like that. But if the person themselves ain't putting it out there, what's up with the privacy here? And again, if it's not relevant, then if it's an average person and they live somewhere and they got their window open and somebody looked through their window, what's the issue? Because we're not giving nobody no privacy no more, right? So it shouldn't matter about, well, now I don't want nobody looking through my window. No, looking through somebody's window ain't the same as somebody seeing a celebrity. I mean, privacy is privacy. Hate is hate. I say that all the time. Lies is lies. But I get it. We're going to put a stipulation on what we want to put a stipulation on. I thought hunger was hunger. I didn't know it mattered who was hungry. I just thought if you're hungry, you're hungry. But no, this group of people could be hungry, but this group of people can't be hungry. This group of people could talk crap, but this group of people can't. This group of people could make money, but this group of people can't. It's like being selective. Like that's why I say I'm for and with everything for everybody. If they mess up their opportunity, the universe gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody get their fair shake in life or equal opportunity. It's like just because I fill out an application, that don't mean I'm gonna get the job. But I'm thankful for the fact that they let me fill out the application. That's all I can ask for. Let me fill out the application. Check my qualifications. Now, if you tell me no and you even check my qualification, now that's an injustice. But if I filled out the application and I don't get it, I ain't fit the qualifications. I got to reapply myself. I gotta reapply myself. It's that simple. But for me to say I ain't giving an equal opportunity or I ain't giving a fair shake, and they gave me a fair shake. Qualifications mean a lot. Qualifications mean a lot. I could go try out for a basketball team. I mean, if I don't make it, I'm not mad. They gave me a tryout. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's all I could ask for, the tryout. I don't have to make the team. The tryout meant something to me. I got to reapply myself. But some people may feel like I tried out, man. I was better than some. You don't know how they ain't gonna evaluate you the way they evaluated someone else. I had to learn that the hard way. So just because they evaluate person A one way, they ain't gonna evaluate person B the same way. Just like they ain't gonna evaluate person B the same way they evaluate person A. It's different. And everybody want to be their own person. So it shouldn't matter how they evaluate someone else. You ain't them and they ain't you. So like I said, once I fill out the application, that's the opportunity. If it don't go through, no problem. But I filled out the application though. And I may not fit the qualifications. And so reapply myself, work harder, go back to work, reevaluate my steps. Like, all right, I did this, and this. Okay, maybe step A was right, but step B wasn't right. And maybe step A and C go together, but step B, I maybe got to reevaluate step B, or maybe got to reevaluate step A. And step B and C probably was good. You know what I'm saying? But I get the application filled out. I was like, yeah, I know I'm gonna get this job. Nah, that's not guaranteed. That's not guaranteed, but some people think that way. Some people believe that. I'm a firm believer in opportunity. That's all I could ask for. That's it. That's all I could ask for. It's like getting a female number. You get the number and she ain't interested. She gave you an opportunity. You got the number. You can't get to what you're looking to get to and she gave you her number or she gave you a way to contact her and you can't make nothing happen from that. You was given an opportunity. Everybody's not even granted that. So the fact that you granted an opportunity, there you go. You got the opportunity. Make something happen. But the notion of, oh, well, nah, I'm saying I was hated on, I was discriminated against, or this ain't fair. It's like life ain't fair. Life ain't perfect, so how it's going to be fair? Ain't nothing perfect, so how is it going to be fair? I'm not looking for anything fair because I understand that life ain't perfect, so how is it going to be fair? I'm just saying opportunity. That's what I am saying. As long as I'm given opportunity, like I'm on YouTube, I ain't monetized. I gotta work. I gotta get to that point. It ain't nobody bad but mine. People like what I say. I'm thankful they don't. Keep working. Keep working. But don't just be like, yo, damn, people be hating on me. Or don't do what I said in the beginning. Don't pull on that following energy. Like, okay, I see this person got 100,000 subs and they be talking about NBA players, or they be talking about rappers, or they be talking about beefing. I ain't doing that. And I'm not knocking those people, but I'm just saying, I ain't going to cling on to that energy. I'm going to make it the way that I'm going to make it. And when it's destined for me to make it, it's destined for me to make it. But if not, I just got to keep working. But I ain't going to work the way somebody else work and think I'm going to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Because now, let's just say I work the way somebody else work. Everybody going to be looking for me, or my coworkers, or management, or the president of that company. They're going to be looking forward to me to work the way that person works. So, for example, with this internet thing, if I do what other people do, let's just say, okay, I go viral. I get 250,000 views off doing something similar to somebody else. Then everybody going to be looking forward to me for me to do that. And for one, I may not know how to do it, or I may be uncomfortable, or I may have did it out of following. So now I got to follow someone else's blueprint. And now, see, people going to be like, but man, that ain't even authentic. I'm good. He was doing what such and such was doing. Or they may say he doing what everybody else doing. So now I'm kind of stuck in a box with everybody else. But if I stay authentic to me and I stay genuine to myself, I ain't got to sweat it. So when I do if eventually pop or eventually, set that precedent for myself and I do go viral or I do get people clinging on to what I'm saying and what I'm doing, at least I know people respecting me for my authenticity at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I'd rather have 500 authentic people to have 5,000 wishy-washy people. Like they don't really know if they were going to support me. They don't really know if they like my content. They just clinged on to me based off something that I did that was similar to someone else, or sounded like someone else, or looked like someone else, or did what someone else did, or I was talking about what someone else was talking about, or I'm talking about or doing what everybody else is doing. So how am I really standing out? You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, when you roll up on a female, you're trying to get a number. What's gonna make her give you her number based around other dudes rolling up on her, like, how you doing, sweetheart? What's your name? What's your sign? Like, you gotta be authentic in your own way. But to say, you know what, it wasn't about how he looked, or it wasn't about his money or his car. I sense him being genuine. I sense him being authentic. So that's why I gave him my number, or that's why I thought he was appealing, or that's why I wanted to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to find the way that you're unique, and it don't matter if nobody else see it. You got to see it in yourself, and that's what I appreciate about what I do. I see what I'm doing in me. For other people who see it, I appreciate it. But if they don't, I'm not mad at them. I see it in me. So I don't have to worry about if they see what I see in myself. I'm not worried about that. That's how you become your own person and you stay authentic and you stay genuine and you stay organic. But if you're worrying about somebody seeing something in you that you don't even see in you, they're going to see through it. It's called the facade. So if you see it in you, it don't matter. Like I said in another one of my pre-recorded videos, that's why I tell people that's new to my platform, or some people that haven't been around for a long extended period of time, go back and look at some of my older videos. Like, I was wearing New Balance when people used to laugh at me. People like, yo, you ain't gonna be able to bag no chicks with that. You ain't gonna be able to get no girls. You ain't wearing Jordans. It's like, I don't want to wear Jordans. It's not even about if I could afford them or not. I just didn't want to wear them because everybody else was doing that. So it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to swag these New Balance out. And that's the sneakers I still wear to this day, New Balance. But I'm saying that was the swag I wanted to carry on. I wanted to rock MBs. I couldn't worry about what dudes telling me, nah, you know what I'm saying? You got MBs, you shorties ain't gonna want to talk to you. Let me find that out. You wear what you wear, just like Timbs. I don't wear Timbs. I don't rock Timbs. So it's like that. It's like, and I don't have a problem with Timbs and those who wear Timbs. I'm just saying that when I was younger, that wasn't my swag. You know what I'm saying? That's not my swag. I rock Clark Wallabies. I rock MBs and like Gucci shoes. That been my swag. It's not that I think I'm better than nobody. That's just my swag. And I stay consistent with my swag. So somebody want to tell me, oh, no, you this, you that. That's how they see it. I'm not going to tell them about them, no, but I'm just saying for me, I know my niche. If somebody else don't know that, that's them. I'm talking about me. You got to know your niche. And whatever your niche is, you feel comfortable with that, you keep it moving off that. Don't let family, don't let outsiders, don't let your man or your woman, your brother, your sister, people you go to school with, your co-workers, nobody at your job. That's you. You know what I'm saying? If you comfortable every day with sweatsuits, that's your swag. Let everybody be like, yo, all you do is wear sweatsuits. Like, that's what you do. No problem. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never bag no chicks. All you do is wear suits all day. That's what you do. That's your swag. Some people let other people dictate to them their swag and what they need to do, how they need to do it. Me, I ain't on that. I don't really care. I know what my swag is. So I'm gonna stay consistent in my swag. I know what my style is. So I don't have to look back on like, damn, I need to do this, that. I know my swag. I'm good. Some people don't know their swag because they so caught up in other people. But you gotta know your swag. You gotta know your style. You gotta know what worked for you. You can't let other people tell you, well, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. You gotta know your own swag. You can't you can't let nobody tell you what your swag is. And a lot of people do that. And that's how they end up having a major headache and a major problem, because they let other people tell them what their swag is and how they should conduct themselves and carry themselves based off what other people say and or believe and or feel. Nah, you know your swag. Swag out. You know your style. Style out. Bottom line. Bottom line. That's that. That's it. Don't let nobody else tell you how you need to be. Nah. You know how you need to be. You do what's right for you. That's what you do. That's how that go. You know what I'm saying? You know your swag. Nah, don't let nobody tell you how you how you need to represent what you do. Nope. And like I said, that's why I appreciate me and I appreciate my platform, because I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't worried about that, because I know my swag. I know what I'm gonna do. And like I said, do people that have money, popularity, or any sort of status quo, what's up with the privacy? What's up with that? That's relevant to me. What's up with that? What's up with the privacy aspect of it? Like, oh no, they don't. There's no love. The gloves just off. Like, oh, they don't get privacy. I don't care. And if they don't, do average people then get privacy? Or privacy is something that have to be earned? Like, I would love to know that. Is privacy something that has to be earned? Or nah, ain't no privacy. Like I said, so you just an average person. Somebody could just, if your window or your blind open, somebody could just look in your house and you ain't gonna care about it. I mean, because like I said, the people with status quo, that's how some of them see it. Not all of them, but some of them see it like that. They don't want people in their business. They don't want people saying and reporting everything they see in here. True, false, right, wrong, stupid, smart, negative, positive. It's not about that. Some people base it off that. Well, they did this. They put themselves in this position. What? It's not about that. It's about, do they deserve privacy? So for the people that didn't do nothing wrong, or the people that didn't do nothing negative, do they deserve privacy then? If they're not telling us things and it get found out, is that not people intruding into their privacy? Like, I would love to know that. Because we say, oh, well, no, I'm saying they did this, so yeah, we can talk about it. Again, privacy is relevant to me. I said, I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I'm gonna say that I'm asking for a friend. What's up with the privacy? I would love to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking for a friend. So is the privacy relevant or not? If it's not, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lose sleep, but I'm asking for a friend. I would love to know though. Like, I would love to know. Is the privacy relevant? Or like I said, they don't get privacy. Like, they gotta earn that, what they gotta pay for it. Like, how does that work? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how does the privacy thing work? They gotta earn it, they gotta pay for it. Like, what do they have to do to get privacy? I would love to know that. Or like I said, they just don't get no privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that's relevant. I want to know. Like, I want to know. Because like I said, I'm not sure, but do they deserve that? Like I said, do they have to earn it? Do they got to pay for it? Like, how does this work? And like I said, if it's fine, okay, I'm in agreement. If yeah, they do have money or they do have popularity or status quo, so no, it's open season. Okay, so now my other question would be, if anybody tell me, yeah, it's open season. Okay, so the average person, how would they see it when they do something? Negative, positive, stupid, smart, that's not the question. The question is, how would they see it if somebody's saying things that they do, that they're doing in their personal life, not what they do at their occupation. So if they work for Mickey D's, it ain't about they saying, okay, they punched in this time, okay, they personal life. Now when they go home, you know what I'm saying? Now they live in a private house. They got 3 cars. They did that. Is somebody gonna say to themselves, that's my personal business? Why they? That's how people with money, status, or popularity see it. Majority of them, I ain't gonna say 100% of majority, at least 80% of them say it that way. Basketball players, singers, clothing designers, movie stars, athletes. That's how they see that. Political people or people in Congress, they see it like that. They don't want every time, like I said, negative, positive, stupid, smart. It's not about that. Like I said, so now you gain popularity. The average person, they gain popularity, no matter how they gain it. Don't got to be through the internet, just in life. They gain popularity. So now you gonna want somebody in your business. You gonna want somebody saying everything you do. So it's not about negative or positive. It's not about stupid or smart. Would you want that? Would you want your kids to be able to go to school without people on their back or asking them questions? Yo, what's up with your father? What's up with your mother? What's up with? Would you want that, or it's all good? It don't. You put yourself in that position, so it don't matter. So if I become mayor, I know I ain't gonna want everybody in my personal business, who I'm dating, where we go out to eat, how many times we go. I ain't gonna want that. I'm gonna want to be as private as possible, because that's somebody that I'm dealing with personally. That's not somebody I'm dealing with on have I gained my popularity or my status quo or even my money. That's not, no. I understand now. Whatever I'm doing to get my money and it's known, okay, fine. People could look into that. That's not an issue. But now, what I'm doing personally, like, nah, unless I'm involving these people or those entities, then that's on me. That's on me. So I got this podcast. This podcast is blowing up now. I got 300,000 subs. If I ain't putting my kids out here and I ain't got no photos of them or nothing on the internet, like, and somebody can leak that, like, that's my personal business, though. Like, those kids go to school here. We got 8 baby mothers. It's like, whoa, like, I didn't leak that. How's somebody gonna just put my business out there like that? You know what I'm saying? It's that I'm not supposed to say nothing. I'm supposed to just eat that. I'm supposed to be like, you know what? I got money. It don't matter. Nah, it do matter. It do matter to me anyway. That matters to me. Just because I have popularity, fame, money, or status quo don't mean that I shouldn't be able to get privacy, though. Like, people say they're entitled to their opinion. What about entitled to privacy? What about that? Because opinion is like, it only matters to you. Privacy shouldn't only matter to that person. Because like I said, if you're the average person, would you, okay, so if you, the average person, and you on public transportation, because that's public, I'm going to use that, and you on a train, okay, would you want somebody looking over your shoulder, reading your text messages? Ain't that like private? Would you want somebody, if you're on a public bus, reading your text message? Ain't that like, and now they see something that you don't want disclosed because it's private. And it's like they tell somebody else, because that's how information get out. Somebody that these people know say something to someone else, and now it get out. So now, would you want somebody to say that they looking over your shoulder and they see your text messages and your phone, like you saying something derogatory to your woman? Like, just for example, like you texting your woman or you texting your man, you text your woman, yo, when I get home, I want you to be nude. And now they say, yo, that person right there, like, yo, they want to see they girl, they woman got to be nude when they get home, vice versa. If it's your woman, or if it's a woman and she texts like, yeah, yo, have that money when I get home. It's like, oh, she said, she talking like this to that person in her text messages. It's like, that's not private. They're not entitled to that. Or it's different because they're an average person. I'm just trying to understand. Like they're the average person, so man, they ain't the same. Like I'm saying, we make excuses for who we like and what we like. I'm saying I just thought privacy was privacy. I thought hate was hate. I thought hunger was hunger. I thought lies was lies. I mean, maybe somebody could teach me. You know what I mean? Like, thought gossip was gossip. Thought rumors was rumors. Like, I'm just trying to understand here. Because the things that I'm seeing and I'm paying attention, like, hold on. Damn, they can't get no privacy. Like when they put it out there, they put it out there. That's on them. They put it out there. So they can't ask for privacy when they put it out there. But if they didn't put it out there and they ask for privacy, what's the problem? So, like I said, if the average person is on public transportation where it's public to everybody, and they on their phone, they send a text message. So if it's a dude, he send a text message to his girl, yo, when I get home, I want you butt naked. And somebody looking over their shoulder to see that, they go to tell the next passenger on the train, yo, this dude talking about you want to see his girl butt naked. Is that intrusive? Is that somebody being in your business? Like, I mean, I'm just trying to understand that I ain't bad, like nothing. I'm just trying to understand. Is it intrusive or not? And if it's not, no problem. But no, but however, it's like that with people that have money, popularity, or status quo. Seem like it don't matter when it comes to those people. But if it's an average person, they could get privacy quicker than somebody that got status quo or that got money or popularity. They can get if the average person, nah, we good. But that person, no, that's such and such. Nah, they don't get privacy. We can talk about them. So the average person, like I'm gonna keep stressing this, if they're on a train or a bus or something, somebody look over their shoulder. Lion Pride, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Lions Pride, got a question for you. If you can hear me, type 1 in the chat. You can hear me, type 1 in the chat, sis. I got before you tapped in, I was talking about something. So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna see what you tell me. You can hear me, type 1 or 2 or whatever in the chat. Because I want to ask something. I hope everything all right with you, sis. You know, I appreciate you tapping in. You know what I mean? But yeah. Okay, so you can hear me. All right, so let me move up a little bit closer to my computer. So this is what I want to know. Does it matter about money, fame, status quo for people to get privacy, or only average people can get privacy? Now, once you answer, I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. Does it matter? I'm going to ask again. Money, status quo, fame, and or success. Do those people have to earn privacy, or do they have to get privacy, or is it just respect and they get it, or they have to earn it? Like they got to pay for it? Like, how does that work? And do average people automatically just get privacy? Okay, you said, I think everyone's entitled to a degree of privacy. Okay, so what you mean by a degree of privacy? If you don't mind, can you elaborate on that, please? Like to what degree? So, okay, so let me ask you this. If you on a public transportation, like an airplane, I'm gonna go to an airplane. You on an airplane, right? And okay, let me see what you're saying first. I think people with money can afford to buy a little. Okay, all right, I respect that. Okay, so I'm asking you this. So if you're on a plane and somebody look over your shoulder and see your message, right? Like let's just say your significant other is messaging you, right? And they don't really know the conversation, but they just see a glimpse of your conversation. Let's just say you text your significant other and say, yo, I'm gonna need that money. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. That's all they see. And they tell somebody else, oh, they just saying they need money. And now that's all they see, but they're gonna put a twist on it and say, yo, she's selling her body for money. They just, because this is what people do with people with status and or money and or success. They put their own little spin on it. They put their own little twist on it. You said, nah. Oh, so okay, that's invasion. I respect that. So how come people that have money, fame, or success, how come when they come at it like that, people get upset? Like if they, like, again, now this is what I was saying before you tapped in. Negative, positive, stupid, smart, dumb, intelligent. None of that matters. That I'm pushing that to the side. What you said. You said if they are overlooking your shoulder without your permission. Okay, so look, okay, I agree with that. So I'm saying for some time, like 75% of the time when the information gets out, like let's just say, okay, me and you, I'm gonna use me and you. We on the internet, we podcasters, right? We both got a platform, okay? Our platforms blow up, we become more successful. Let's just say somebody that you're a beautician, you comfortable around your beautician where you may say or do something like, just let's just say you on your phone and you texting somebody and they can see because they do your hair. Now they run back based off what they seen and spread your business. Is that invasion? Because they got access to you. So is that invasion? And if you telling me, yeah, that's how sometimes information get out about people that got money and or fame and or success. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want it out there. But it get out there some way, somehow. Now, if they put it out there, I'm not counting that. So if somebody with money put their family on the internet, or they put their net worth on the internet, or they put whatever, or that's on them. They did that. But if they don't do it and somebody else put it out, how is it not invasion? And after it's put out there, people create their own spin, their own narrative on what they hear from somebody else. So how to me, they deserve more privacy than regular people. So if it's a regular person now, let's just say they're on public transit, they're on a train, and somebody look and see their message and go back and tell another passenger, yo, that person said they like to do oral sex on their woman, hypothetically speaking. Now, how can the person now that they got the message from their phone get upset? But when it's somebody that got money, fame, or status, it ain't nothing. The person that got fame, status, or success not supposed to say nothing. They're not supposed to feel no way. Yes, invasion. You say yes, invasion, but she didn't tell you. You saw it. You thinking she's paying attention to you. Okay, but I'm telling you though, sis, 85% of the time, this is how information get out about people that got money, success, fame, or public figures. They're not saying it. They're not telling it. Somebody else is telling it that got access to them or something connected to them. They're not saying it. They're not coming out saying, for example, like if it's a dude and he could be an athlete, he ain't coming out saying, I'm gay. Somebody else may find out and say, yo, that person right there, they're gay. So now that's how the world finds out. And they put their own spin on it and they start being nosy, looking into it. You know what I'm saying? So now, let me see what you said. Yeah, people always. Yeah, so okay, and I thank you for speaking back with me about this conversation. So what I'm saying though is that this is how information get out. So I'm saying, do people with money, fame, or status, do they deserve or should they be given more respect than average people? So an average person, now I'm gonna use the average person. If they window open and somebody come up to their window, why would they be upset? Because if it's somebody with fame and money, they ain't thinking about them getting privacy and or respect. They just like, it don't matter. This person got fame, money, or status. And I know if I talk about it, definitely in the era of the internet, like you kind of know about things before the internet, but definitely with this age of the internet, people don't care. They're going to talk about it because for one, it's going to get them attention, subscribers, and people going to give them feedback on it. And I'm not saying it's true or false, but this is what people do. And I'm not knocking the people that do it. No, but I'm saying this is why people was doing it. So at the end of the day, those people that have the fame, status, or success, I truly believe they should be given a little bit more privacy than the average person because they got more to lose than the average person. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot more to lose. And I ain't just talking about money here. So let's just say if they got a kid, their kid could be jeopardized. Their wife could be jeopardized or their husband
could be jeopardized, or their mom could be jeopardized, or their dad could be jeopardized, or a sister or a brother could be jeopardized because they got money, fame, status, or success. You know what I'm saying? An average person, they family ain't at jeopardy because they like, oh, they just a regular person. So it's like if a person going to work every day, I'm gonna use the average person again. The average person is going to work, right? And now when they get off work, and now they off work, and the person say, oh, yo, they live right here. They got 2 cars. Their wife look like this. They kids go to school here. How can that average person be upset if a person with money can't be upset, or a person with status quo can't be upset? If it's intrusion, it's intrusion. If it's hate, it's hate. If it's hunger, it's hunger. If it's lies, it's lies. I'm just saying, not me and you per se, but people they like to draw a line when they want to draw a line. So I'm saying, if it's a problem with average people, how is it not a bigger problem with somebody that got more to lose than the average person? It should be a bigger issue because that person got, like I said, fame, success, and status, and they got way more to lose than the average person. Way more. So that said basketball player got way more to lose if their home could be compromised, if their family could be compromised. That singer got way more to lose if their home or their family could be compromised. That athlete or that boxer or that fashion designer or that politician, they got way more to lose than the average person. Because like I said, if it's an average person and somebody, like I said, looking at their phone and they run back and say something, the average person is going to be upset. Yo, how you in my business? But this is how we, as being average people, this is how we find out about successful people business, because they're around someone that they trust. It could be their accountant. It could be their banker. It could be their real estate agent. It could be, like I said, their beautician. It could be somebody that where their kids go to school. It's somebody that they trust in, that know they situation, that's saying something. Because I'm not saying none of them, but 85% of people with money, status, fame, or success, they ain't saying nothing. Now, I'm going to put myself, and you can put yourself in that realm. So you're telling me you get fame, status, or success. You ain't going to be saying nothing because you don't want nobody in your business. It just make logical sense. I ain't going to want nobody in my business. So why, when the people that do got this fame, status, or success want privacy or tell people to mind their business, why regular people are so offended? I understand if you like said singer, or you like said athlete, or you like said fashion designer, or you like said model. Look into that. Look into, if it's a fashion designer, the clothes they make. You could do that. But when you get into that fashion designer, she got 6 kids and she was divorced 10 times. That's personal. Oh, this basketball player got 6 baby mothers and 10 kids. That's personal business. They ain't gonna put that out there. Well, this person right here, they do drugs. It's like, that's their personal business. Unless they come out and say, yo, I was in AA, I was in rehab, or I was going to counseling for depression. That's different. They put it out there. That's different. But if they got a lawyer or they got somebody that put it out there, that's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But we as average people, we cling on to that. Not saying me and you per se. I'm not pointing at me or you. I'm just saying in life, in general, people cling on to that and say, okay, yo, I know this about said boxer. I know this about said singer. I know this about said supermodel. I know this about said actor. And it's like, hold on, but you don't believe if it was you, you would want privacy? It's like if said actor kid gets sick, it's like, damn, everybody, like I said, definitely nowadays with the internet, it just put out there. And people don't get it sometimes. Maybe they do want these things private. That can get that person more sick, because it's like now everybody know that can drive somebody to mental exhaustion. You know what I'm saying? Mental fatigue. Like, yo, I'm tired of people being in my business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not comfortable with that. But this day and age, you can't really say nothing, because it's like, okay, well, you got status, so who are you to deserve privacy? They're still a person. Malik, salute, bro. That's my brother Malik, man. Yo, before I continue with the content, Malik, I want to thank you, bro, for all your support, for all your help, for all your encouragement, for seeing me to the point where I'm at with the 1K subs, man. I really appreciate you, bro,
from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you for all your support, man. You've been a true brother and a true supporter. And how things go on this internet, thank you, bro. You said all people deserve privacy to the utmost, but celebrities and those with certain status have their privacy invaded more. Therefore, they have every right to tell people. Yeah, no. Again, Lunch Pride. That's why I appreciate you. I'm just asking that because, again, I existed before the internet. I'm saying a lot of people be thinking because it's a person that has status quo. I'm seeing it's easy, negative, positive, stupid, smart. It don't matter. People just like, I could talk about this. And that's why I say on my platform, are people comfortable with who they are, being themselves? Because too many people are comfortable with speaking about someone else's situation. I know me. That's why I like to talk to people and not about them, because I know me. I'm not even as popular as I'm going to be because I'm on the internet. But once I get popular, people not going to like me because I'm going to be sending cease and desist. You don't know my business, though. And if I find out whoever put it out, I'm going to try to sue them because it's still my business. Nobody know my business like me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know my business like me. So why would I want somebody knowing where my kids go to school at? Where me and my wife eat at? You know what I'm saying? Like where my mom stay, or where my pop stay, or where my sister or my brother live at, like, or people in my immediate circle. That's our personal business. I don't want nobody's privacy being invaded. You know what I'm saying? I understand people may like me and what I do, but that's me and what I do. That ain't my personal business. People can look into what I do. I'm not mad at that because they support that. So, for example, if I got sneakers out, people can look into the sneaker company. People can look into, you know what I'm saying, how I make my money. That's not an issue because they helping me make that money, or they supporting the way I make that money. No problem. Rose, hold on, who that? How you doing, Rose? How you doing? Thank you for tapping into the live stream. What you saying, sis? Please. No, and you know what I'm saying? I hope you stay there, Melik. Listening to what I'm saying. You can chime in whenever you're ready, Melik. What you said, sister? True. No, I'm just saying, Lion Pride, that's just me. And you know how I talk. Like, I ain't on that type of time. I ain't on that frequency. And I'm not mad at people who doing that. No, because people know I don't take shots at what people do. I'm just saying me. I ain't on that. That's why I always tell people, I don't talk about people, I talk to them. Like, again, I make music. Now, my music blow up. I ain't want nobody to be speculating about me. You know how many rappers or hip-hop people I done rub shoulders with? I'm not going to put their business out there just because maybe my music ain't doing what I think it should do. So now I'm going to put, oh, I rub shoulders with this rapper. They go to this studio. That's their business. I'm not putting that out there. I don't care. I need watch hours right now, but I refuse to do what other people do to get watch hours. I'm not knocking those who do what they do. By all means, get their money, get the bag, and do whatever they do. Keep getting their subs. But me, I'm going to talk about me and my pain. I'm going to talk about me in real conversations like this. This is a real conversation. And again, I'm not talking about other content creators. I'm talking about real life. I would ask anybody, okay, so you telling me right now, so for example, if the average person was to hit the lotto and a family member they don't really speak to like that, or somebody that's not even a family find out they hit the lotto, would they want them to tell everybody in their community to hit the lotto? No, because now those people are going to be in their personal business. And now their privacy going to be invaded. They ain't want nobody to be like, yo, you see them right there? Yo, they hit the lotto. And now people in their business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't want nobody coming to where they live at, taking pictures and all that. This is what people that got money and status go through. They don't want to go through that. How I understand that, because I make music and I've been making hip hop. Just because a lot of people don't know me for my music, I still rub shoulders with people that got millions of dollars, and I understand what they go through on a daily basis. When people roll up on them and take pictures of their cars, take pictures of their houses, take pictures of them and their family or places they go out to eat and all that. They don't want that. They don't want nobody in their business. They don't want anybody like, yo, I seen such and such today. Like, they don't want that. Nah, you good, realist. You good, my brother. Like, they don't want nobody in their business. But people, see, this is what people don't like. People aren't
invested in their own life that much. So it's easy to be invested in someone else's life that they like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool. Yo, I like that basketball player. So you know what? I want to talk about his personal life. Like, whoa, hold on, what? So like I'm saying, like if it's me, I'm gonna be highly offended though. Like I'm gonna be highly offended though. Like I'm not gonna take that laying down. I'm gonna go all out to send cease and desist and try to sue. I don't care if nobody mad at me. I don't care about that. Because if I want something out there, I'm gonna put it out there. That's why I said to you earlier, Lines Pride. So now, me, you, Melik, and Realist, we all got a platform on YouTube. So now we all blow up and we got money and we got status quo, right? And we got a big podcast. We got, let's just say we go live. We could get 15, 20,000 people tapping in. Now, you know, we got VIP places we go. We know we rubbing shoulders with people that people see every day on TV and all that. So now I got my barber. He cutting my hair and I'm on my phone texting one of my kids, for example, yo, meet me here. We going here for dinner. He find that out and he put that out. I'm going to be highly upset. Why you going to tell people where I'm going to eat dinner at? That's my business. Like, nah, no, I don't care. I'm trusting him to cut my hair. I ain't trusting him to be in my business. Just cut my hair, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about none of it. Just cut my hair, bro. That's it. Don't be like, yo, no, I know when I be cutting his hair. I know how his kid. Now they snap a pic of one of my kids, and now that's leaking on the internet. I ain't put that out there. How somebody gonna be mad at me? Oh, yo, he mad emotional. He mad sensitive. Bro, he putting out something I ain't put out. So even if that may really be my kid, now not even the person that took the picture, somebody they know may put out a story. Yeah, his daughter got like 3 baby fathers and like 5 kids, and she may have 1 baby father and 3 kids. So now it's like, look, that story's out there. And now if you don't say nothing, you don't get on with the internet, how the internet is now. If you don't say nothing back, people might say, but that's true. He ain't saying that. Then if you address it, it's like, oh, he addressed it. He upset or she emotional. Like, come on. You got to think about it. Would you really want somebody reporting on your business? True or false, stupid or smart, negative or positive. It don't matter. That's like if you got money, you donate to charity, you donate food, you donate clothes, you donate money. You might not want nobody to know you did it. Just like when you do something that people did wrong, people don't want people knowing what because somebody's gonna spin the story. I could tell you something on the one-on-one. Somebody gonna spin that story. You know what I'm saying? If somebody overhearing with me and you talking about, they're going to spin the story. Me and you know word for word what I said, but somebody else overhear it, they're going to spin that story. So it's going to get out as something that I didn't say. So how long are we going to keep going through life trying to fix something that we know that ain't accurate? You know what I'm saying? That's why I prefer to talk to people and not about them. And that's why I like to mind my business. No, I'm good, bro. Like I'm good, man. Like you know me, Melik, man. I'm good. I'm just building, man. You know. Right. That's what I'm talking about, sis. And again, I'm not mad at those who do that. No, I know this not a shot at people who do what they do. Again, get the money, get your bag, get your subs, get your weight up. I ain't mad at that. What I'm saying is, though, when it become other people, why they be so upset or why they be so offended? Why somebody else quick to say, it's like, we hear this a lot. Why people in my business? Think about that when it's somebody else. It don't matter if they got money or fame. That's why I'm saying with people with money or fame, it should be easier for people to mind their business. It should be easier because they got things to really lose. Average people, not saying they don't, but not as much as people with money, fame, or status quo. That's what I am saying. Everybody got something to lose. Everybody got something they want in private. But people with money, fame, or status quo, or success, they got more. That's what I am saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I am saying. So I'm proposing that is because, again, I existed before the internet, and Just because, okay, when I was coming up, it was like Magic Johnson was in the NBA, Larry Bird was in the NBA, Jordan was in the NBA, like that. So if I wanted to know something about them, I had to read up on them. Like, I couldn't just, what I'm saying? Like I couldn't just hear something on the internet and be like, I'm gonna run with that. If I wanted to know about a hip hop artist or R&B singer, or in fact, you had to read up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really, it was little shows that came on that said things, but they wasn't deep into it like it is now. Like, it's just out there. Why? Because people hire people, and the people they hire put things out there. Somebody be like, well, a source close to me told me. It's like, whoa, but why would they leak that though? Why would they? Then when people send cease and desist, people get upset. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, sis. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like, nah, I'm saying I heard this, I heard that. It's like, whoa. Like, to me, it don't matter if every person in the NBA that's a dude they gay. That's their business. I don't care. I'm watching the NBA for a good game. I want to see who's gonna win and who's gonna lose. After the game over, I don't care about what they into. Negative, positive, stupid, smart. That's not my business. I don't want nobody to think like me, see things like me, and none of that. Like, I'm good. Like, what's going on, Rose? How you feeling? Thanks for tapping into the live stream. Like, I don't care about that. And again, I'm not knocking those who do, and that's another issue that I have. It's like, when you, like me speaking about it, some people may take it personal. Like, I'm not attacking. Again, get your money, get your subs, get the bag. I'm not hating or mad at that. I'm just saying I don't understand that. Like, that to me, that don't make sense. Like, I don't care. When the game over, I don't care what they're doing. That's their business. I'm watching the NBA, not them. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the boxing match, not them. I'm watching the tennis game, not them. So that means when the tennis game over, whatever they do, that's their business. Because I know if it's me, I'm sending cease and desist. I'm trying to sue. I'm trying to do everything in my power. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's important to me. To some people, it don't matter. But to me, it is, because like I said, once you get, all of us right now that's in the chat, we all got a YouTube channel or a podcast or something that we doing. So now your channel blow up and you get money and fame and status or whatever you get. And now people telling your business. How you going to look at that? Is that, oh, it don't matter. I don't care. Until people put out something you don't want out there. You may not want pictures of your wife or your husband out there. You may not want pictures of your kids or your moms out there. It's like, okay, fine. Even if that's acceptable, okay, what if somebody that's in your immediate circle gets sick? You might not want nobody to know that. That might be stressful for you because you got to run back and forth to the doctor and or the hospital, and you don't want nobody knowing that. And that might stress you out because you're like, damn, now everybody know my business. People gonna be asking me about it. And the person that's sick might not want nobody to know. You know what I'm saying? They might not want nobody to know what's wrong with them, what hospital they in, none of that. That's relevant. That's important. And unless you got no dignity, no honor, no integrity, you're gonna be like, man, F that. That's important. I don't care who you are. That's important. That's how come, again, a lot of them people that got money, status, and success and fame, that's why they treat certain people the way they do. People like, yo, damn, why they did that? Because they don't want nobody in their business. They don't want nobody in. That's personal. That's personal. Yo, they go here to eat dinner. Yo, they take their husband here. Yo, they take their wife there. Yo, I'm saying, yo, they got married. They lost $60 billion in that marriage. Just like, yo, that's personal. Like, we all work, and whatever we get, when we get our money, we ain't gonna want nobody to know, okay, exactly how much money we making, exactly how much money if we go through a divorce that our wife took, or our husband took, or we got to pay alimony, or we paying the child support. No matter how juicy it sound, no matter how much props you getting or how much love you getting, that's still somebody's personal business, though. That's personal business. So, like I said, if it's a basketball player and you watching them because you like the NBA, that's not personal. But to find out, okay, if they went through something and they're losing bread, that's personal. And you see how you saying you private as hell, realist? That's how a lot of them people are. So even if, like, that's why I don't do that on my platform, because I'm private. And I hear it all the time. I hear people saying, well, this person this person gay, or this person got 3 baby fathers. This person got 6 baby mothers. It's like, I don't care about that. If they're a basketball player, yo, can they play basketball? If they're a football player, can they play football? If they're a boxer, can they box? If they're a hip-hop artist or a rapper, do they make good songs? They're a singer. Do they make good songs? I don't want to know, but that's not my business. Oh, they're addicted to drugs. That's not my business. I don't care about that. I pray they get the help they need, but I don't care about that. Because I don't know their struggles. I don't know if that person is on, if they're on drugs, how strung out they are. And I don't know the problems or discrepancies they may be going through with their kids or their family or their husband or their wife. I don't know that. That's personal. And now that it's out there to the world, they may get deeper into the drug use. You know what I'm saying? They may get deeper into whatever trauma they're going through, because now they're trying to escape the world and they can't escape the world, because everywhere they go, they're going to hear about it, or somebody going to talk about it, and somebody going to ask them about it. And maybe if they could escape the world, maybe they could get past this, or maybe they could get through it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they put it out there, again, that's different. They put it out there. But if they don't put it out there, nah, man. Many people feel entitled to know other people's business. Yeah, because they're not comfortable with their own business, their own pain. See, I'm comfortable with my own pain. See, I'm telling my own pain. So if somebody think they're going to expose something, I already did. So it's like people can say, but he said that already. You late. You late to the party. He been exposed that. He said that already. That's why I tell people real things like, yo, not for nothing, man. Yo, I turn pain into power. I turn power into prosperity. I went from lust to love. I went from love to loyalty. I went from loyalty to longevity. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't need nobody to say, you know, I went through this, I went through that. Like, I'm going to tell it. And nobody know my story better than me. Even if I'm telling an editor, and he's gonna help me write a book, it's still my story. You know what I'm saying? So if he try to put, or she try to put any extra spin on it, it ain't the same, because it's my story though. I don't want to sell a book that bad that they got to put an extra spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what people got to understand, man. Like, come on, man. We got to get out of that. Like, you got your own life. Tell your story. And if you don't believe or think your story is intriguing enough, hey, but telling someone else's story that they didn't put out there is nah. Again, when they put it out there, that's on them. But if they didn't put it out there, why are people so overwhelmingly excited with saying someone else's business? And then when it's them, that infamous quote come out, why everybody in my business? People need to mind their business. So consider that when it's someone else. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing this since I was younger. I cut a lot of friends, family off, because I used to be like, but yo, let's be real. Even though me and you might not get along, have I ever told anybody things that you know that I know about you? And the person, whether that's a family, a friend, a coworker, be like, nah, you right. You never did that. And I had to tell the other person. And you have got me extremely frustrated. But I ain't never tell your business. And I'm going to say that again. You got me extremely frustrated. But I ain't never tell your business. And they're like, no, you right. You got a point about that. So I would tell them. So in future reference, I don't care what I've done to you or what man you go through. Don't tell nobody my business. Because that's my business. I could tell it better than anybody else. If I put it out there, whatever come back on me, because I put it out there. But if I ain't put it out there, nah, I'm good off that. Like, I ain't into that. Because, like you said, Lion Pride, people are comfortable with that. People feel like entitled to that. And I don't know where that come from. Like, I don't know where that mentality come from. Like, I'm going to say this. And then, you know, when you take this approach, a lot of people be following. What you mean? I'm a leader. I ain't no follower. That's why I be saying real stuff like this on my platform. I'm thankful that we adapting. We kings and queens. So we don't got to call ourselves ninjas and witches. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that we're adapting better sayings so we ain't got to call each other out. But you can't be calling yourself a queen and you following. Can't be calling yourself a king and you following. If you're a king, that means you're a trendsetter. You're a queen, you're a trendsetter. You gonna set the precedent that make you a queen. You gonna set the precedent that make you a king. But you can't be following and you saying you're a king. You can't be following you saying you're a queen. Kings and queens don't follow. They set the precedent. And they don't want to be followed. They just set the precedent. They set the mark. They set the bar high. And it's like you either gonna attempt to measure that bar or you're gonna exceed it. Me, I'm looking to either measure the bar. Malik, my brother, I'm looking to either measure the bar or I'm looking to ascend it. And that's not to make him beneath me. It's just he set the bar high. So I'm looking to either be where he at with the bar he set or get higher. That's it. But that's not, again, to make him lower than me, though. That's another thing we got to understand about setting precedents. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a king or you're a queen, all that following, that's why I'm only on YouTube. Because I don't want to be on Instagram. I don't want nobody following me. That it's not that I'm mad at that. It just don't sound right. Who am I for anybody to follow? Who am I? I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna mess something up. So who am I for somebody to follow me? Nah, man. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not doing that. Like I don't want nobody following me because again, I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna mess something up. So what's gonna happen when I mess something up or I make a mistake? Then what? You know what I'm saying? So now that I made a mistake and I messed something up, somebody gonna call me out on that, which they have the right to do that, or they should be able to do that. So that's why I don't believe I should be followed. You know what I'm saying? I could lead by example, and if somebody like, I like the way you lead. You know what I'm saying? And they want to come, but they not following. Somebody could come with me and they not following me. Going with somebody ain't following them. Coming with somebody ain't following them. See, I know the difference in things too. That's another thing. People got to start learning differences in things. Like I said, if it's snooping in somebody's business and being intrusive, it shouldn't matter who it is. Being intrusive is being intrusive. Hate is hate. Why does hate got to come from somebody that don't look like me? Hate is hate. I don't want nobody to be hating on me. Period. Don't matter if they look like me or not. It's not worse hate if the person is white or the person is Asian or the person is Jewish. Hate is hate. You know what I'm saying? Like hunger is hunger. It don't matter. Okay, well, these people right here hungry. No, we gonna feed them because they more hungry, man. Hunger is hunger. You know what I'm saying? Like we do that a lot. No, but that's different from that. Like hate is hate, hunger is hunger. Lies is lies. You know what I'm saying? Some lies can be more detrimental. I get that, but lies is lies. It's like, nah, but they only lied about that. Like, nah, but I'm saying that lie right there could be detrimental. It could come back to hurt and harm. Let's look at it like that. But again, when we like things and we like people, we make excuses. That's why I say what I say on my pre-recorded videos. I could say soda's no good for somebody and they could get mad at me instead of looking into if soda's really bad for them. They'll get mad at me. Oh, this dude think you know everything. Or this dude always trying to call somebody out. No, look into if soda is bad for you or not. Don't be upset with me because I said soda possibly could be bad. Just look into it. Do the homework and do the research on it. And if soda bad, reconsider if you're going to drink it as much as you do. That's all. Don't be upset with me because I say, yo, soda is bad for people. This is what a lot of people like to do. They get lazy. I refuse to get lazy. I'm a work in progress. I got to do work to the day my eyes close. I ain't gonna never stop working. I got to work every day until my eyes close. I got to work. So I'm gonna just stop working. I'm gonna give up and get lazy. Nah, I gotta keep working. I gotta keep going. I got to stay focused. I got to stay motivated. Like I said, when we like something or we like somebody, it's excuses. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this works. That's not personal. That's not me being upset. That's another thing. I'm not upset with anything, anybody. It's nothing to be upset about. Being tired of something ain't being upset. People confuse that too. Like, yo, somebody could be working somewhere and be tired of the job and want a better job. That don't mean they mad at that job or their coworkers or their boss. They just tired of working at that job. They want something different. But some people interpret it as you mad. You could be tired of where you live at, man. I'm tired of living here. Why you don't want to live here no more? You can be tired. That's life. It's like when you tired, you go to sleep. Like, but some people take things the wrong way because they don't know how to interpret certain things. So they just get upset or they just get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you could be tired of something and not mad at it. Me, I'm just tired of that. Like, I'm not mad, though. It's nothing to be mad at. But I could be tired. Because it's like, since it's easy to do, it's easy to just talk about somebody. To me, it's easier to talk about yourself. You know you and you know what you're going through better than anybody else. Anybody else. You could be around somebody every day. They still don't know you better than you. And you could be around them every single day. They still don't know you better than you. And if you find out something about somebody, the way you may have heard about it, you ain't gonna never get the whole inside scoop. And then if you do, be like, yo, you know what? I didn't even know it was that deep. Some people don't even apologize. They'd be like, oh, well, I done put it out there now. That's why I don't do that either. Because people like to sometimes try to spite people and then they get pie in their eye. It's like you got pie in your eye from trying to spite somebody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do things like what I'm doing now. Come to my platform and ask real questions and talk about real conversation. You know what I'm saying? And ask people, well, if you was in that predicament, how would you come at it? How would you look at it? That's what I'm going to do. Because I want people to reevaluate how they look at themselves. Forget how you look at other people. It ain't about how I look at nobody else. It's about how I look at myself. Like I always say, I avoid conflict because I don't let what people say bother me. I walk away. Now, once I walk away, when somebody attempt to do something to me, I could defend myself. And God know I could do that. I ain't worried about the police, judges, none of that. God know I could defend myself. So I ain't got to worry about it. But now somebody say something to me and I let my ego and my pride get in the way and I get into a shout match or argument, I'm saying, forget what that person going to do to me. I put myself in that because I didn't walk away. I don't care if the next person ego and pride is hurt. Excuse me. After I walk away and they walk up on me, they got to deal with whatever come with that. They walked up on me. If I walk away and I don't say nothing, they be like, oh, you scary or you a punk. And they decide to say, their ego say swing or their ego say do that. That ain't on me no more. I walked away. I didn't entertain what they had to say to me or about me. I learned that the hard way when I was going through what I was going through and I got locked up or I was in jail or whatever, or I was homeless or whatever, or I was in the streets or whatever. I learned that like my ego and my pride got me into unnecessary problems though, because when somebody said something, all I had to do was leave it alone. And if when I decide to do that, if they decide to pursue it, that's on them, whatever happened. And I'll tell anybody that, their family, the police, courts, lawyers, judges, but I'm saying I walked away. They decided to let their ego and their pride get in the way. They walked up on me. So you're telling me once I walked away and I said nothing negative back to them, I did nothing negative to them. I didn't try to cause them no bodily harm. I walk away and I defend myself. You telling me I'm supposed to lose sleep or be worried about what happened to them? I'm not. And it's not that I'm a cruel or cold-hearted person. I'm just dealing with realistically now. I'm a realistic person. So if somebody attack me and say something to me, it's up to me how I respond. If I don't say nothing back and I just walk away, and now they walk up on me and I do something to them, they touch me and I do body harm to them, why am I worrying about them being upset? Or why am I worrying about what happened to them? I ain't gotta worry about that. I don't. And anybody say, yo, you wrong or whatever, I don't care about that either. Because they're not thinking realistically. They thinking of ego and pride and emotion. We're talking about realistically. So if I'm hypothetically speaking, I'm in Walmart and I'm in the same aisle as somebody and they wagon hit my wagon. And I say, yo, pardon me, and I go around and they start cursing at me and all that. And I'm walk away now. We was at aisle 5, now I'm at aisle 9. They walk up on me, they come up on me. What? I'm not supposed to defend myself either. I'm supposed to just let them do what they can say whatever they want to say. But I'm not supposed to defend myself. I'm supposed to let them do what they did and just let them get away with that. Now again, whatever they say, I'm not gonna say nothing bad. I'm not gonna say not one word back because now that's on me. I'm an idiot for that. I'm stupid for that. If they say something to me and I respond back. Now, once I walk off and they, like I said, they walk up on me, that's not on me no more. But we living in the days of time where people do that. And the person that get walked up on or get ran up on or ran down on, not supposed to defend themselves though. And if they do, now it's an outcry. Like things like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm realistic. Things like that. I'm gonna speak about real circumstances and real situation because life is real. Even though people say the internet ain't okay, well, life is though. Life is real, and I ain't gonna be playing fake games. I'm playing real life games, real life. So again, somebody say something and I walk off or I ignore it. Now, if I feed into it, that's on me. That ain't on that person. They can say whatever they want to say. I can't tell them what to say. I can't even say, yo, don't talk to me like that. Nah, what I can do is keep it moving though. I can't tell them what to say. It's their mouth. They can say whatever they want to say out their mouth. And it don't matter if they say something that somebody else may deem disrespectful that's with me or around me. I'm going to tell that person that's with me or around me, that's how you took it. You going to stand and go back and forth, I'm out. You know why? I respect myself. I love my life. I'm not going to be gambling with my life. You know what I'm saying? Because once I crap out, ain't no coming back. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the casino. I'm not playing Russian roulette with my life because somebody ego and pride is hurt and now they want to argue and then that argument turned to a fight and then that fight turned to somebody may possibly be unalive or somebody got to look over their shoulder or people pulling up. I'm out. I got to go. They going to call me scary or punk. Don't matter. But I know this for certain. If they walk up on me, God knows I could defend myself. God knows that. I can't worry about nothing else. I can't worry about the police. I can't worry about lawyers, judges. I'm going to tell them, but I walked away. I showed them I wasn't posing no threat. If their ego and pride going to do one out of 3 things. Walk away like me, say something back, or smell blood in the water like a shark and try to attack me. I understand what you saying, Willis? What you said? 33rd, what you said? Oh, you saying agreed. Okay, I got you. Like, yeah, like, nah, man, like, I ain't on that. Like I ain't on. People test my character every day. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful. So I know I can walk away. Like, that's a huge problem. Definitely with people that look like me, ego and pride. People have done this, and I gotta admit this. I'm short. I'm not even like a tall. I'm short. So I'm supposed to have that Napoleon man complex. I ain't got that. My ego and pride could get me in a coffin, quick, fast, in a hurry. Dang, no. I love I really love me. So I'm not gonna play them type of games. People say, like I said, people say things to me all the time. I just keep it moving. But like I said, if they walk up on me, I would pray that their family don't look at me and they look at them and say, but yo, It's on video. He walked away. Why you walked away? See, that's another issue, accountability. See, with my own family, I asked them real questions. They say, yo, we was chilling out, the police just rolled up. I'm saying, what happened? The police ain't just roll up for nothing. See what I'm saying? Why you on it like that? Like, no, I'm not on, I'm asking realistic questions. Like, come on. You can't be out here chilling on the block, for example, smoking and drinking, and somebody walk past. They say, what you looking at? You say, what you looking at? You shouldn't have said nothing. Who them to say that? They can say what they want. It's their mouth, right? Let them say what they want. Once you ignore them and they press you, do you. But if they say something, so it's like if I'm in the supermarket and somebody if I'm in Walmart, somebody say everybody here dirty, I'm supposed to respond to that? Anybody here, I'll punch them in their face. I'm supposed to respond to that? Even if they walk directly up to me, yo, dog, I'll punch you in your mouth. I'ma keep moving. I'm not saying they won't do it or they will do it, but all I know is once I keep moving and they pursue me, oh, I could do me. Because they pursued me. I didn't say nothing. But I'm keeping moving. I had to learn that the hard way, though. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that when silver bracelets was being placed on my wrist and the bar was getting closed in front of me. And now I had to follow rules by somebody else. And I didn't like that. I didn't like when somebody had to tell me, wake up. You can eat now. You can sleep now. Your family here to visit you. I didn't like the fact that my woman or my family had to get touched and searched and fingerprinted just to see me or just to talk to me or to put something in my account. I lost respect for myself for that. So I'm not going to be having no shout match and going back and forth for nobody because their ego and their pride. They're entitled to their ego and their pride, just like they're entitled to their opinion. I look at ego and pride like emotions and opinions. Everybody's entitled to that. It's how you deal with that. I'm never going to let my emotions get the best of me, and my opinion don't mean nothing to nobody but me. I'm going to say that again. I look at ego and pride like emotions and opinions. I'm never going to let my emotions get the best of me, and my opinion only mean something to me. So how am I have problems with people? But people have problems because that ego get in the way. That pride get in the way. Their pride get hurt. What? Can't tell me nothing. What? Who you talking to? It's like, they can say whatever they want. That's their mouth. But one thing, they ears and their brain not going to hear me say nothing bad. And again, should they decide they want to walk up on me, they're going to have to deal with that, not me. Because I'm going to keep it moving. And again, it's not that I think I'm a gangster or it's not that I think I'm scary. I'm just intelligent. I got to keep moving. I'm not going to be like, yo, I'm going to go back and forth. I'm not. I got to go. And that's another thing. You got things to do and you living your life. Why you worried about it? You got things to do. You living your life. Live that. Don't stop yourself from worrying about what somebody else going to try to say and do. Live your life. Do that. I'm living my life. I'm not going to stop living for somebody else or because of some. I'm not going to do that. Oh, somebody else for some type of way. So now I'm going to stop living. I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep living my life. I'm not going to let somebody else dictate to me because their ego and pride hurt. And I know I didn't antagonize them. I know I didn't tease them. I know I didn't provoke them. You know what I'm saying? They know and I know life ain't perfect. It's like I said earlier in the live stream, equal opportunity. They got equal opportunity like me. I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity and walk off. You know what I'm saying? I was told by a wise man, you going to be the one that the story is being told about, or you going to be the one telling the story? I'd rather be the one telling the story. Yo, what happened? I walked away. Now, you could be the one the story being told about is either, like I said, the silver bracelets getting placed on your wrist with the metal ball getting tossed in front of you, and now people telling you what to do, or your family could be saying the memory of. Those are the only three options. Ain't nothing else going on. Again, walk away, tell that story of walking away, or the silver bracelet getting placed on your wrist, and that metal ball getting slammed in front of you, and somebody's telling you what to do, or your family will be in memory of, or you in the hospital laid up, or they're in the hospital laid up. So either way, it ain't gonna turn out right. But if you walk away and they decide to come up on you, that's the repercussion. And I pray that their loved ones can be like, but yo, why you walked up on that person? You know what I'm saying? Why you ask a real question? Don't ask selfish questions, because that's your brother or your sister or your man or your woman or your mom or your dad or your cousin or your boy. Ask real questions. That's why I really deal with my own people, because I'm going to ask real questions, because I'm not going to, we got one life for a reason. We could get another car, more money, more clothes, more jewelry. You got one life. And people like to gamble with that. People like to go to the casino with their life. I ain't going to casino with my life. I ain't doing that, because once it's gone, it don't matter. The love can't bring me back. The money can't bring me back. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas ain't bringing me back, though. It's not. Man, we should have did this. Man, we could have did that. Man, it ain't bringing me back, though. It ain't bringing me back. I'm not coming back. Once I'm going, I ain't coming back. So I'm not gambling with that. I'm not playing with that. If I'm called a punk, scary, no problem. Again, a wise person once told me, the story either going to be told about you, or you're going to be telling the story. I prefer to be telling the story. And the story will be, I walked away. I walked away. But the other story could be told about you with the silver bracelets and that ball being slammed in front of you, or you in the hospital, or your family is you a memory of. That's it. That's it. Ain't nothing else gonna happen. Ain't nothing else gonna happen. Fools gonna try to tell me something else. Why? Because their ego, their pride won't allow them to say, I ain't even look at it like that. I ain't even pay attention to it on that level, because their ego and pride. My ego and pride, I'm thankful I'm still here, because my ego and pride have got me and other people that I know, love, and or believe in deep trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because ego and pride, we ain't want to let it go. We ain't want to just leave or walk away or walk off. So I'm glad I learned how to do that. And other people that have seen me do it, seen me be in situations like, yo, damn, yo, you mad strong, you just walked off. And I told the person, nah, man, yo, I love life. See what I'm doing? See how now imagine if I would have been there, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell me this. You probably wouldn't even be able to have this conversation. And not only me and that person would have got jeopardized, other people, because even if they might not love themselves, it's somebody somewhere that love them or that appreciate them. So they may want to ride the situation out. Same thing with me. It's somebody somewhere that care about me. So they may want to defend me or help me. So if I walk away and say, yo, but I walked away, I ignored that. So now they wouldn't be helping me no more. They would be defending me. And that's what you need. That's better than helping me, because it's like they helping me. It's like, but they could be helping me and I could be in the wrong because of my ego and my attitude. But defending me is like, there's nothing wrong with that. Because even for the people who could be dead wrong in court, they still got to get a defense attorney, and they could be dead wrong. That lawyer ain't helping, he's defending. See, I learned the difference between help and defending. It's a big difference. Big difference. So that's why when I do my pre-recorded videos and I do what I do, like I tell people, I don't mind entertaining, but I'm here to educate. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to inspire, to do better, to do the right thing. To don't let your ego and pride get you caught up, because it can and it will. If you walk away and the person walk up on you, I truly believe 95% of the time, even if you catch a case, you're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to win because you defending yourself, and God knows that you did that. Forget the courts for a minute. God gonna know that, and God ain't gonna let those people who trying to falsely accuse you. He ain't gonna let their soul rest easy. He ain't gonna let that happen. That ain't gonna happen. God gonna be like, nah, their soul ain't gonna never rest easy, because I know this person was defending themselves. But if it's that slight little bit of doubt, Because you got to wonder. You got to wonder. And when you got to wonder, that's a problem. So me, I just prefer to walk away. And if I'm a punk, I'll be that. If I'm scary, I'll be that. I know I'm still living. I'll bear witness firsthand. It's people that wasn't no punks and they not here. Excuse me. They not here and they not coming back. So what was the point? What was the point? They not here and they not coming back. What was the point? They didn't prove nothing because they're not here. But they proved that they could not be here no more. I don't want to prove that. I'm living life. Why do I want to prove I can't be here? I know one day I won't. I just don't know when and how. Why am I trying to speed up my expiration date? That's foolish. That's foolish. So if I'm really a king, I'm going to try to let this thing go for as long as possible. Period. And if I'm rubbing shoulders with other kings, I'm going to make sure they extend that as long as possible. From a health perspective, from a mental perspective, from a knowledge perspective, from an education perspective, from a motivation perspective. Like, come on. But I'm not going to do it from a gangster perspective, from a tough perspective. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Because even if they survive, the other person, people got to go through it now. Is that worth it? Okay, the other people, is that worth it for their people? No. Because if we looking at ourselves as kings and queens, why would I want to take another king off the board? Like, nah, I don't want to take another king off the board. He could be on the board like I could be on the board. Why would I want to take him off? Nah, I don't want to do that. Like, this is not a game like I'm playing. This is called life. I'm not playing. That's why I do what I do, and I'm gonna continuously do it. I'm just don't have an issue with nobody. I just think about real things every day. And what I thought about to bring to my platform today was privacy. Does it matter? Does that matter? And if it doesn't, no problem. So if it's a regular person and there's somewhere somebody that they don't know, look over their shoulder and see their text messages and tell somebody else what they seeing on their phone. So if they're on the train or a bus and they see what they see on their phone, and they go tell somebody else, why be upset? Because this is what people doing with people with status, money, and or success. This is what they do. Oh, that basketball player, he gay. So why is it relevant to you? It don't matter. Even if they was questioned by somebody and they said they wasn't. I mean, question them about what they do for a living. You know what I'm saying? If they play basketball, if they lie about that, I understand why people could be upset. Because they're a basketball player. They lied to you about the game of basketball. Question that. Be upset. If they're a fashion designer, they lied to you about the fabric, how they sew on their clothes, or whatever they do for a living. They're a movie star. That's different, but their personal business. Why is that relevant? Like the things that we were trying to uphold, it's foolish. It ain't making no sense no more. All it's doing is getting us or somebody else caught up in an unnecessary situation. Period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. We gotta start doing better, man. First and foremost for ourselves. We gotta start doing better. Can't keep putting unwarranted pressure on somebody else and try to put an expectation on somebody else, and we ain't putting it on ourselves. I put expectations on me. I ain't putting pressure on nobody to do nothing. I'm putting pressure on me to get it done. Because it's relevant, it's relevant, it's important. But for me to try to do that, put pressure on somebody else, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. I want them to do the right thing for them. But me, I ain't worried about that. I'm good. Like I ain't sweating that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I was just curious. Like I'm just curious. Like that's gonna always be my curiosity. Like, do people deserve privacy? And like I said, if they don't, then regular people really don't deserve it. So if your window open, somebody just look in your window, why be upset? Or even if they look in your window and they not really saying that, they're just like, yo, he got 3 TVs. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you upset? It's like, this is what we do with people that got money or success or fame or status. They got X amount of cars. They got X amount of women. They got X amount of men.
They got diamonds. They got this. They got that. It's like, but we're not thinking about it. Should we be in that predicament? Or we want somebody to do that? Or we gonna say what we want them to say? Nah, it ain't nothing. That's such and such. Why they mad? They could pay for security. They could pay for that. Okay, but just because they could pay for something don't mean they probably want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think about that all the time. Other people, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the only person out here in the world. It's other people out here in the world. They trying to live their life. So me just thinking about me, that's a selfish perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm selfless, but I ain't selfish. I got to consider other people. That's why I said if somebody say something to me, I'm not going to say nothing back because they can say what they want to say. Who am me to tell somebody they can't say whatever? They can say whatever they want to say. It's on me if I respond. That's the issue. That's what I look at. I don't care what nobody say to me. Like I said, once I walk off or walk away and they walk up on me, now it's different. But if I say something back, that's on me. And whatever happened to me, I should never said nothing back. I should have walked away. I let my ego get the best of me. Somebody like, oh, how you gonna let them talk to you like that? They said what they wanted to say. What did I say back? Nothing, right? So that means I ain't even worried about it. The fact that me and you having a conversation about it, I think I need to reevaluate being around you because why are you worried about it? We know more than likely how this going to end. We know more than likely how it's going to go. They going to get caught up. I'm going to get caught up and or other people. People that care about them, people that care about me. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Can't let your ego and your pride supersede your mentality. A lot of people do that. You know, my ego, I'm hurt. Really? Well, somebody really going to get hurt then. Because once you let that ego and pride get in the way, it's game over, ball game. That's it. That's it. Ego and pride. Walk away. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. That's it. Leave it alone. Like I said, that wise person taught me. You either going to feed into it and the metal bars, silver bracelets, or hospital or in memory of, or you walk away, you're going to tell the story how you walked off. Now, the other stories, you might not be able to tell them. Or you might be frustrated when you tell them. You might be frustrated telling somebody, yo, the silver bars and the silver bracelets. Or you in the hospital laid up. Or in memory of. Like, that's not intelligent. That's not the mentality of a king. That's the mentality of a peasant, of somebody who's weak. That's not king mentality. See, even though I'm saying I'm a king, I'm displaying the mentality, though. You know what I'm saying? So whoever I rub shoulders with, I want to push that energy their way. I want them to have the king mentality. I want the women I interact with, the queen mentality. I don't want to just display it with wardrobe or with a car or with a home. Nah, that's materialistic. That come and go. Mentality stick with you for the rest of your life. That's what I'm talking about. You could lose that house and you might not have done nothing wrong. You could lose that car. You might not have done nothing wrong. You could lose your wardrobe. You might not have done nothing wrong. But mentality is forever. That's going to be with you till you no more. But you could lose your house. It could catch on fire. You ain't do nothing wrong. Your motor could give out in your car. Your transmission could give out in your car. But your mental, it's forever. It's going to be with you. You wake up with it. You go to sleep with it. That's yours. But the materialistic things, they come and go. They come and go. So how long you going to fight to hold on to materialistic things that come and go? Life come and go. However, you got more of a say-so with that than those other things, though. You got more of a say-so with how you conduct yourself and how you live your life over materialistic things, though. That's a fact. But when you allow your ego or other people to say, man, that's why I made that video. If I was you, that's a syndrome people have. Man, if I was you, I wouldn't let my girl do that. If I was you, I wouldn't let my man do that. If I was you, I wouldn't let my kids do that. If I was you, I wouldn't let my boss deal with me like that. They ain't you and you ain't them. How you want to come at it? You come at it. I ain't coming at it like that. Because somebody going to lose. The way I'm operating, I want people to gain. Whether they gain knowledge, whether they gain insight, spirituality, education, motivation, inspiration, peace of mind, gain something. It's easy to lose. It's easy to lose. But who's looking to gain? And I'm a gain, and I ain't going to push nobody down. I ain't going to push nobody down when I gain. Because mentality, materialistic things come and go. You control your mentality, though. Like I said, you could do everything right, and you could still lose your house or your apartment or your car. You could do everything right, and you could lose those things. So you're going to be mentally weak, and you did everything right, and you lost it. So what? But you could control your mentality. You ain't got to lose your mind because your ego and your pride hurt. But a lot of people losing their mind because their ego and their pride hurt. I feel some type of way. The way they talk to me, the way they, like what? Like, don't worry about that. Live to see another day. Mentality. That's what's going on. That ego and pride, nothing. Means nothing. It's like emotions and opinion. Control your emotion. Your opinion only matters to you because it's yours. That's why everybody say the famous line, I'm entitled to my opinion. You're right, it's yours. But control your emotions, and your opinion only means something to you because it ain't facts. Like this is a fact what I'm about to say. You're all going to die. We just don't know when or how. That's a fact. That's not opinion. So I could say that. But when something's my opinion, it don't even matter to me. That's why I'm entitled to it. It don't even matter to me. If somebody say, man, you don't know what you're talking about, that's your opinion. That's what it is. I can't get emotional. Or I can't let my ego and pride get away. What you mean that's my opinion? Now, if you could prove something, then that would mean it would be a fact. So ain't nothing to argue about. Unless someone is that hurt that you prove the fact. And you shouldn't be hurt because it's the truth. Why? Oh, the truth hurt? The truth don't hurt me. It helps me. It enlightens me. It's giving me education. It's teaching me. It don't hurt me. It hurt me when I was mentally weak. When I was psychologically weak, it did hurt. But once I got this thing right here called the mentality strong, I love that because it gave me strength. It made my mind move. It's like I'm riding a bike in my brain. And the more truth I get, the more they oil my chain in my brain. So it's like giving me the truth is like WD-40 in my mind. It's oil in my brain, helping me move forward, helping me learn more, helping me trust myself, helping me trust my decision-making process. But once that ego and that pride get in the way, that's when it happens. That's why people got problems. Because their ego and their pride, they don't know how to walk on it, step on it. Like, ego, you don't mean nothing to me. Pride, it ain't nothing. It's like ego and pride to me is like emotion and opinion. You got to always be able to control your emotion, and your opinion only means something to you. It's that simple. Once you say that about ego and pride, it don't matter what nobody tell you because it's not going to bother you no more. It's either you're going to walk away or it's going to help you, and it's going to help your mentality because materialistic things come and go. Come and go. Just because somebody takes something away from you, it ain't your life, you get it back. I feel the same way, man. They took my bike. And you still got your life. They took my car. You still got your life. You know what I'm saying? I understand we work hard to get the materialistic things in our life. I understand that. But I still got my life. And if I'm going to put my life on the line for materialistic things, that's it. I asked for that. But I'm not going to do that.
Because I'm not going to jeopardize. I'm not going to gamble. I'm not going to play Russian roulette with my life. I'm not going to do that. All right, so I appreciate everybody who tapped in. Realist, Lions Pride, Rose. Let me see who else tapped in before I check out, because it's 12 o'clock over here on the east. So let me see. Yeah, Realist tapped in, Lions Pride tapped in, Melik, Rose. So again, Melik, thank you, bro, for all your love, all your support. I highly appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? I made it to the 1K subscriber milestone. I know you'll be getting there soon yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna pull up. And I pull up on your lives anyway. I've yet to catch Realist, so I'm looking forward to catching him on his live to show him some love and build with that brother. Lions Pride, my sister, I always pull up on her when I catch her. So I want to thank her. And Rose, I don't know if she is a subscriber. If she is, I appreciate you. I definitely will check, see if I'm a subscriber. And if I'm not, I definitely will subscribe. But I want to thank everybody. God bless everybody. I want to thank everybody for their time, for their effort, and their energy. And again, if you are new to my platform or you was in the bushes listening, subscribe. Go back on my old content so you can understand what I do, what I'm about, and what's my compassion for what I do and what I'm about. Always do that. Don't do yourself a disservice. You're not giving me a view, or you're not doing it to give me a like. You're doing it. So if you're new or you just really subscribed, maybe over the last 90 days or so, you go back and look at some of my older content. First of all, you can get some jewels out of it and some very important information. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, you can find out what's my motivation and what's my compassion for me to inspire other people, for me to motivate other people. You know what I mean? So therefore, you don't have to say, I don't really know what's going on, or what are you really talking about? Or, you know what I'm saying? You could find out. And for all those who do tap in and be in the bushes, I'm not saying you have to say something, but I would appreciate if you like. And you don't have to be timid or intimidated. You can say something. You can ask questions to find out what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing on my platform. If you are in the bushes. And if you want to be in the bushes, you could just stay there. I ain't mad at that. I appreciate you viewing and I appreciate you listening. And God bless each and every person in the world. I have no discrepancies with nobody. What I do ain't based off hate. It's based off inspiration, motivation, and education to make, first of all, the world a better place. Second of all, the internet a better place. Third, fourth, and fifth, the people that I deal with, because spiritually, I'm looking to heal. Mentally, I'm looking to heal. And those who want to take me up on the offer, in my description, I leave my email. So email me and we could build from there. You know what I mean? I'll let you know what I want for that, but we could build on there. Whoever it is, they may not want to build through the internet or on the internet. Totally respect that. So if people want to book a one-on-one, email me. We could take it from there. We could make something happen. Again, salute to everybody that tapped in. Realist, Melik, Lions Pride, and Rose. And I'm going to look into you, Rose, to see if I'm subscribing now. I'm definitely going to subscribe. And I appreciate if you did. I appreciate if you would or if you did. All right. So again, it's been a lovely live episode. And again, thanks to everybody. See you guys on the next one. Salute.